Hey, it's me, Sarah, from Love Rebellion. I'm at art camp this week. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can go to loverebellion.com later and watch the whole video. So I'm teaching kind of middle school kids. They're like 10 to 13, and it's so interesting and somewhat painful to teach this age range, because you can tell that they're starting to become super aware of themselves, and this awareness is not bringing joy. It is bringing doubt and fear, and they're just like, not all of them obviously, but many of them are definitely holding back because, you know, it's not like we celebrate differences in our culture. And so when I'm teaching drawing to these kids, it's kind of a struggle to get them to open up a little bit at this age. And so it ends up being less of a lesson in drawing and more of a lesson in courage, because, you know, it's scary to draw and hang things up on a wall and talk about things. Like, all of that is horrifying to a middle school age person. So a lot of what I do is teach them that whatever they want to do is fine. You know, their art should be theirs and not created to please me or anyone else. And it's just an interesting thing to hear myself saying this to these kids, because I know that would have been a helpful lesson for me at that age. And it's interesting to see how they react. Some of them really respond to it. Some of them really love hearing that message, and some of them kind of recoil, like it's a trap or something. And that's too bad, because that means they've been trapped before. And, you know, there's only so many, you can say all you want to a child, but you know, they have to learn. And sometimes the learning is hard. And it's an interesting thing to teach drawing right now to these kids, because obviously it brings up a lot of stuff, you know, of my own, you know, my own drawing practice and my own just awareness of myself in the world, and, you know, my decision to do what I do, and kind of hoping to pass on to the kids that no matter what they do, if they're doing it because they want to, they'll get more out of it. Even if they fail, it's still their failure, and if they succeed, it's their success. So anyway, it's just been a very intense week, because, you know, sometimes they just like let it rip, and then that's what it is, and you have to be able to sit with that, and it's pretty cool. Anyway, it's a short one this week because, you know, I have to get back to hanging up art and stuff. So anyway, I will be back. And if you want to talk about in the comments anything like about kids and learning and teaching them to be risk takers and teaching them to have courage and teaching them to believe in themselves, I welcome that. That would be awesome. Okay. See you next week.